Agile. Real-time scenario-based Agile interview questions and answers Part 2. Question 1. Mid-sprint, a high-priority production defect is reported. What will you do? Answer. First, analyze the severity and impact of the defect with the PO. If it's critical, the team may renegotiate sprint scope and include this defect fix. Non-critical defects should go into the product backlog for prioritization in the next sprint. Transparency with stakeholders is key. Teams should explain the trade-offs. Question 2. Your PO insists on delivering a feature that doesn't meet quality standards. How will you handle it? Answer. As a tester, highlight the risks, user experience, customer impact, maintenance issues. Share evidence, failed test cases, defect reports, impact on KPIs. Propose alternatives, partial release, feature toggle, or pushing to the next sprint. Agile promotes working software, not broken software, so collaboration with PO is needed to protect quality. Question 3. The development team delivers features late, leaving no time for proper testing. What will you do? Answer. Advocate for shift-left testing start test design during refinement or planning. Request smaller user stories that can be tested earlier. Promote automation for regression to save time. Encourage developers to provide builds early and frequently for testing. This reduces the bottleneck of testing at the end. Question 4. During daily stand-ups, some team members are giving status updates to the Scrum Master instead of collaborating. How do you fix this? Answer. Politely remind the team that stand-up is for the team, not for the manager. Encourage discussion on what's blocking progress instead of just reporting tasks. Suggest roundtable format or rotating facilitator to increase ownership. The goal is team collaboration, not reporting. Question 5. How do you handle a situation where a story is done from dev's side, but testing is still pending at sprint end? Answer. Highlight in retrospective that done must include development plus testing. Revisit the definition of done, DoD, as a team. Suggest smaller stories or better estimation so testing is not left to the last days. Promote dev-test pairing or shared ownership to avoid bottlenecks. Question 6. The team velocity is inconsistent, sometimes high, sometimes very low. What could be the reason and how to fix it? Answer. Possible reasons. Changing team members. Inconsistent backlog grooming. Too many carryovers. Frequent scope changes mid-sprint. Fixes. Ensure stable team size. Improve backlog refinement for clarity. Use historical velocity as a guide. Educate PO on avoiding scope creep. Question 7. Your sprint review, a demo, did not impress stakeholders. They said it lacked business value. What would you do differently? Answer. Engage PO earlier to ensure business value-driven prioritization. During sprint, validate with stakeholders, mid-sprint demo or check-ins. In sprint review, focus on showing business outcomes, not just technical features. For example, instead of "we built a login page," say users can now securely log in and reset passwords. Question 8. How do you deal with dependencies on other teams that block your sprint goals? Answer. Identify dependencies early during backlog refinement. Collaborate with the dependent team, align priorities, or plan integration tasks earlier. If dependency delays sprint, raise it in Scrum of Scrums or with release train engineer safe. Sometimes, create mock services for stubs to proceed while waiting for dependent teams. Question 9. What if the Scrum Master is too controlling and acts like a project manager? Answer. Scrum Master should be a facilitator, not a boss. Address it politely in retrospective or offline discussion. Suggest more servant leadership style, helping the team remove blockers instead of assigning tasks. If the issue continues, involve Agile coach or leadership for alignment. Question 10. How do you ensure test coverage in Agile when requirements are changing every sprint? Answer. Use living documentation like BDD, Gherkin, Cucumber. Link acceptance criteria to test scenarios in tools like Jira or X-Ray. Automate regression suites so old features remain stable. Focus on risk-based testing, cover high-impact areas first. Collaborate continuously with PO to refine test cases as requirements evolve. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you learned something new today, and subscribe for more hands-on Agile Part 2 content. Keep learning, keep growing.